Today, we're going to take you through the special protocol for changing a trauma memory, meaning an emotional rating of 7 or higher out of 10. So before I dive into any of that, I want to just remind you that, of course, everything we do here is not a replacement for medical or mental health treatment or professionals or anything like that. So still see your doctor and your psychotherapist and whoever else you need. You can do this as well. Also, if you need help, personal help, there's a link to the list of certified practitioners in the description of this video, so you can go there to find a practitioner to work with, or you can also book a free call with Steve, a free discovery call. So trauma isn't the event. Trauma is the way we experience the event inside us, and that is different for different people. So the same event can be traumatic inside for one person and not for another, and it can last longer for different people depending on what childhood memories are there. So what other childhood memories are there, I mean. So the way to tell if you need this particular protocol or not is to ask yourself, when I think of that event, without going into it, just when I think of it, is 0 to 10, how strong are the negative emotions? If it's a 7 or higher, you need this protocol. All right, working with a practitioner, you may not need this protocol because the practitioner will help you get through it. But doing it on your own, we need this, more for when we're doing it on our own. Okay. So the first part of this is to come up with a container. So it can be a box or a basket or a room or a cupboard or whatever you like, that is going to hold the memory, the negative memory. And you want to come up with that. It doesn't matter what it is, but as long as it's something you can close and lock. So obviously nothing see-through or anything like that. So something that will hide the memory. And one of the main things before we go into the actual technique itself is understanding what is happening physiologically. So as you think of the negative event that happened, that's neurons connecting in your brain. And those neurons connecting are triggering stress chemicals, and that's how you feel those feelings. That's the negative feelings that you feel is the result of those stress chemicals like adrenaline and cortisol. So as you do that, your brain is behaving as if the threat is real, as if your life is really in danger. That's why the emotions can feel so intense and often overwhelming and so urgent. It's not because there's any real threat, of course, it's because it's the same chemicals. Your brain and body are producing the same chemicals that they would produce if there was a bear in front of you ready to attack you. So that's why it's such a serious feeling, so intense. So understanding the difference between the conscious mind and the unconscious part of the brain. It's the unconscious part of the brain that believes that everything is happening in this moment. So whatever you experienced before, so as a child, because we're doing the childhood work here, the unconscious part of your brain believes that that is still happening right now. And of course, it's not happening right now, that because that's the key to these changes. So you consciously know that was when I was a child, it was back then. The unconscious part of your brain thinks it's right now and you are in danger right now, and that's why it's producing such a powerful survival response in this moment. So understanding that, the first thing we want to do is reduce that threat. So we want to give your brain the proof that the threat is not present right now. And one way to do that is to imagine putting that negative memory in that container, in that locked container, whatever container you have. So that's the first step. So you can do that right now if you want to follow along. And you can re-watch this video with, each memory if you want to follow along with me. So imagine right now, without going into the memory, without thinking about the details or anything like that, just imagine putting the whole memory into that container and locking it. So it's not going anywhere, it's not coming out. And then now we want to bring down the stress chemicals that are already in your system and start producing feel-good chemicals. So we're going to take you through the brain chemistry exercise. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, and think of your favorite color. If you don't have a favorite, just think of one you like. And I want to point out here, because we have had some questions on this, you can change your color. You can use a different color each time if you want to. Whatever color feels good right now. You can also change your subject. It doesn't matter. Whatever feels good in the moment is good. So imagine being surrounded by that beautiful color and focus on the feeling of that color, everything you love about that color. Very good. And now think of your subject, that person, animal, place, or activity you love, and imagine holding that subject in your arms in a hug. And notice the feeling, the physical feeling you have in your chest or your solar plexus as you think about that love that you have for your subject. Good job. Now pause this video if you need to until the good feelings are really strong. So once you've got those feelings really strong, press pause on that. And now you're not going to open the box or the container. You're just going to think about the container, not the memory, just the container itself. The memory is inside the container. Think of the container and notice how you feel. So as you think of the container, what happens inside you? Now, if there's any kind of negative emotions, press pause again, go back to the brain chemistry exercise. So the color, hugging your subject, noticing all the things you love about your subject and how lovely it feels to be surrounded by that beautiful color. Once you've got those feelings strong, press pause on that and think about the container again and notice what happens inside you. So keep doing this back and forth until when you think of just the container itself, so you're thinking of the outside of the container, there's no negative emotions. So pause this video to do that back and forth if you need to. Once there are no negative emotions as you think of the container, now still not going to open it, just imagine that you will open the container. So think about, if I were to open that container, if I were to unlock it and open it, how would I feel? So again, the reason we're doing this so carefully and gently is to keep the level of stress chemicals down in real time right now, because every moment is neurons connecting and producing chemicals. So that's why we're going to keep it down. So ask yourself the question, if I were to unlock and open that container, how would I feel? And then if it's a negative feeling, then press pause on that, go back to the brain chemistry exercise, your color, hugging your subject. You can think of music you love, or sing a song in your head that you love, or just think about the music. You can think of smells that you enjoy, like the ocean or coffee or um, anything like that, whatever smells you enjoy, cut grass. Then press pause on that once the good emotions are strong. And now we're going to think, so keep doing that until when you imagine opening, so when you think to yourself, if I open that container, I'll feel okay. There's no negative emotions. Then unlock the container. So imagine unlocking the container. And now ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Any negative emotions? If there's negative emotions, press pause on that. Do the same thing with the brain chemistry exercise. So you're never going to take the next step with that container or the memory until there are no negative emotions that you're feeling. Okay, and remember that you are controlling the emotion, the chemicals that are going into your system by the neurons you are connecting in your brain, which means the thoughts, where you're putting your focus. So that's the kind of the controls in the control room. So as you think about a negative thing, that's when stress chemicals are starting to be produced. As you think of the positive things and the details of that, that's when you're switching on the feel good chemicals tap. So it take like any new thing, it takes a little getting used to and a little practice, but that's how you can control your own brain chemistry. So now we go, okay, so now I've unlocked it and I feel okay. I feel no negative emotions. Now, what how would I feel if I were to just peek inside? You're not going to do it yet. You're going to think, what if I were to peek inside? How would I feel? Again, notice, look for any negative emotions. You don't want to create them. You just want to notice if they're there. Is there anything negative? If so, go back to the brain chemistry exercise, come back again, back and forth until just the idea of peeking into that container feels okay. There's no negative emotions. Then the next step is to peek into the container. So now you're going to either lift the lid or open the door or whatever whatever kind of container you've got, you're just going to peek. You're not going to look at the memory. The memory right now is like a photograph. So it's just a picture. There's nothing actually happening. It's a picture. You're going to peek at it without going into any details. How would that feel? And again, back and forth until you're able to imagine peeking at the picture of the memory and not feel any negative emotions. Once you've reached that stage, and you can pause this video as you go to get to each stage, of course, if you'd like to follow along. Once you're able to do that, now imagine you're opening the container and you're looking at the still picture of the memory, and bonus points for making it black and white. So you're going to just look at a still photograph. How does that feel? At the slightest negative emotions, close the door or the lid, go back to the brain chemistry exercise. This is all about keeping the level of stress chemicals down, the level of feel good chemicals high. So again, once you're able to do that, now you can imagine taking that picture out. And again, ask yourself, how would I feel if I were to take it out before you take it out? And again, back and forth. Once you're feeling good about that, then imagine taking it out and looking at it, just the still photograph. And again, back and forth until you feel there are no negative emotions. Then I want you to move that photograph far away from you into the distance so that it's just small. And then allow that to become the scene, the actual memory. But again, ask yourself, how would I feel if I did that? So do that first. How would I feel if I allowed that picture to turn into the scene very far away? If there's any negative emotions, press pause, brain chemistry exercise, and then come back. Keep doing that until, yes, if I were to allow that to become the scene of the memory very far away, I would feel okay about that. There's no negative emotions. Then imagine that. Imagine it turning into the scene. This is all, keep reminding yourself this is your control. You have complete control. That memory is not going to do anything without you. So make sure that you maintain that control. So if you were working with a practitioner, of course, the practitioner would do all this for you, but this is how to be able to do it on your own safely. So it's a distance, and so now the memory is at a distance, and you're able to do that without any negative emotions. Now you can imagine that memory differently. So now you change it. So you brought the stress chemicals down completely. Now, whatever was happening in that memory, imagine it differently. So then you follow the instructions from yesterday, from day 3. Follow the instructions for creating the new memory, and then, of course, practice that new memory with the good feelings until it's established. So I hope that's clear and helpful. Of course, let us know if you have any questions or you need clarification on anything. Steve, did you want to add anything to any of
No, I
that?
think that the way that you laid that out, the taking it very, very baby steps, taking it very gently and that kind of thing. And I would also encourage people that if it feels like it's just too much
Hmm.
in the moment, take a break from it.
Yes,
Take a
yes, yes.
break,
That's an
take a
excellent point.
break, and there's no need to push yourself through this. It's not going you're not going to be doing yourself any favors if you're pushing yourself through that. So it's
Right.
not about making it more intense. Give it a pause and you can come
Hmm.
back to it. Um,
Yes, there's no rush.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know that everybody's experiences and whatever people have experienced will be unique or individual. But I think that the protocol that you've laid out here is a really good starting point. And if people are running into issues or trouble or need some help, reach out to us in the comments, reach out for actual uh, real time help from any of our practitioners or myself.
Yes, thank you, Steve, for clarifying that and making the point that there's no rush for this. And if it feels too much, really do step away from it. Leave it in the box, lock it in the box,
Mhm.
or the container, lock it, and go away and do something that feels good. So watch some comedy on TV. Um, on YouTube, listen to some music you love, go for a walk, play with your pet, play a game, read a book, listen to an audiobook, whatever. Do something that feels good so that you're taking care of yourself and you're helping your brain to trigger those feel good chemicals. And then later come back to the box and you can pick it up again. You can come back to this video, of course, and go through the process again. So be very gentle and kind with yourself.